Alright YouTube, in this video we are going to see how to add slide in image on scroll. If you see, if I scroll down, you can see the image is automatically sliding in and coming it to its position. You can see if I go a little bit up, again it is sliding in. So it is getting it, we are calculating it using some of the function, and in this course we are going to see how to use a debounce function. If you have no idea about debounce function, stick it to the end and I'll show you what debounce function does, and get the source code in the description. You'll get in the, let me explain you the HTML. So this is how the source code looks like. We have one HTML file, one script file, and one CSS file, and a folder called, and a folder which has one image. And let me remove all the script file and start from scratch. Let me explain the HTML first. You can see I have removed all the CSS scripts. Let me show you, let me keep it and show you the, we have the first heading, slide in on image, slide image on scroll. The first one is simply the paragraph of lorem ipsum, and the second one is also a paragraph, and the third one has paragraph with image, the fourth one is also paragraph with image. Fine, we're not going to look at the CSS, it's common. I have used the CSS transform property, and this is simply the h1 heading. Now you can see the image has the height and width of 170 pixel, and you can see the transition. Because of the transition you are getting smooth sliding in of the image. You can see the image has sliding in smoothly because of that transition. And I'm going to show you what the opacity does. Let me make it 1 second to look at the opacity. You can see the image is sliding in with the opacity. If I remove the opacity, you will see there won't be any opacity. It is simply sliding in from right to left. You see, if I add opacity, you can see we have two images. The first one has class float right, and the second one has class float left, and we are going to dynamically add the class active with the help of JavaScript so that we can remove the transition. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to add listener to the window so that when we scroll we can figure out what to do. So when I scroll, I want a function. This function slide in image should get triggered when I scroll. So if I print some message, you will see started scrolling. So if I start scroll, you will see the image pop up, the message shows up. You can see that 36 times the function has run. So if I scroll in a bit again, you can see it is 82 now. If I scroll it from top to bottom, now we are going to get all the image from the web page. To get all the image, we are going to use querySelectorAll, document.querySelectorAll. Inside the argument, inside the querySelectorAll is a function, and we need to pass the image. Since we need all images, I'm going to pass img, and I'm going to store it into a variable called imgs. So let me show you. By the console log, you will get the node list, that is the collection of images. Let me make it on click. When I click on the document, when I click on the window, you will see, you will get the node list of images using the query selector. Now to access one by one, I'm going to use the forEach. We will be getting one by one images using the forEach loop. Let me show you console and log it. Previously we was getting node list, and now we will get the image tags. Now what we need is, we are going to get the bottom bar position of window by the following function. What is bottom bar? You can see I'm positioning it with the mouse, that is the bottom bar. To get the bottom bar, what we need is we want the scroll position first. To get the scroll position, window.scrollY is a property to get the scroll position. Let me console log and show you. I have the click listener, not the scroll. If I click over here, you will get the scroll is 0 at present. If I scroll down and click again, you'll see it's 655 from top. If I click again, it is 655 1500 pixel from top. So window.scroll will give the top bar position from top. So this is a property that gives the position from top. Now we need we are going to look at window.innerHeight. The window.innerHeight, what it will do is it will give the position from starting the top bar till the end of the bottom bar. From top to bottom you will get, if I click over it's 671. If I click in the middle it is again 671. If I scroll and click again, it will be again 871. It is simply the calculation from top bar to bottom bar. So to get the bottom bar, what we are going to do is we are going to calculate the top bar plus the bottom bar. Window width, this is a property which will give you the window width. Now what we need is we are going to look how to get the image height. Image.height, it will give you the image height. If I scroll if I look into CSS, I have already given 170 pixel. So if I refresh it and click somewhere on the window, you will see it's 170. Since it's a for loop, you will get 2 times 170. Now I have divided it by 2. Now we need the bottom bar position. To get the bottom bar position, as I have already said, window.scrollY plus window.innerHeight, it will give you the bottom bar position. Now the bottom bar will show the bottom bar will be triggered once we are at the halfway of the image. As this bottom bar position, what it is going to do is instead of getting the top position, it will give you the bottom bar position. Fine. Now to get the images halfway, I'm going to use the image height divided by 2. The next thing what we are going to see is, now it's the halfway of the image. Now we are going to get the image middle position. To get the image middle position, what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the image position from the top. To get the image position from the top, let me name it as image middle position. To get it the image position from top, we have a property called image dot, here our image is 1 by 1 dot offset top, and offset top will give the top from top of the browser till the image starting. Now we need the total height, so I'm going to add it with the total height. So right now the image middle position from top will be from top till the top of the image. Now we need till the bottom. To get the bottom, I'm going to add it with the height. Let's add it with the height. Now we are going to compare it. Is halfway passed? Is the bar has halfway passed? It's just a if else condition. If the bottom bar is greater than the image middle position, then I'm going to add a class to the images. This add will simply remove the translate property. If it is true, then I'm going to get the image and add a class to it using class list.add, and the class name is simply active, or else it will remove the class. Now we have reached the halfway. Let me make the listener to scroll. If I scroll, you can see the image is in the opposite directions. We have made a mistake. If the image top position is greater than the image bottom bar position, we want to add the class active. If I refresh it, and you can see it's working fine. Now we are going to get the image position from top. As we already know, this is the way how we get the image position from top using offset top. Get the image which is 1 by 1. The variable says image position from top, that means we have to divide it by 2. If you scroll, if the bottom bar passes the halfway, the class is automatically added with a transition delay of 1 second. Now we have got the position from top, and we need the top bar position. To get the top bar position, window.scrollY is the property to get the top bar position. Now we are going to compare it. Let's have a variable called is full pass. If is fully passed, is the top bar fully passed? We are going to compare the top bar and the image position from top. If it is true, then also add the class active to it. You can see I have added and. Now let me show you what the debounce function is. So if you scroll, let me console the message and show you. If you scroll, the function is triggered so many times. So if I refresh and start from top to bottom, it is triggered 29 times. Let me count and show you. The count will not work fine. Let me make it control log. So from top to bottom, you can see the function is triggered 42 times. From bottom to top, it is again 79 times. If you see, this is not the right way. So what we are going to do is we are going to add a debounce function, and this function will trigger on certain milliseconds. So we would be passing our inside the function debounce. The second argument is simply the 20 millisecond. That means we want the function to get executed only the 20 millisecond break. Previously from top to bottom it was 42. Now from top to bottom you will see the function executed only 9 times. From bottom to top it is again 9 times. It is just running 10 times. Previously it was running 40 times. So this is the use of debounce to if there is some problem, your code won't get the browser will get. The reason for using debounce is if you scroll, you can see the function got executed 49 times. But if you use debounce, what happens is the function running time has been reduced from 41 to just 9. so you won't get any performance issue. Previously 49 times the function run, so it may cause the delay for the Chrome to execute the browser, to execute the code on the browser. But now using debounce, the performance issue may have resolved because it is now running only 9 times, 4 times less comparing to the previous one. Thank you so much for listening. Get the source code in the description.